Neha bounced with excitement. Keys in hand, she stood before her dream home. Victorian, 2 stories, a turret room. Her happy dance was interrupted by Mrs. Sharma next door. "This house?" Mrs. Sharma frowned. "Be careful, dearie, it's hungry." Neha laughed. Hungry house? Old wives' tales. She stepped inside, eager to explore. Sunlight streamed through stained glass, painting the foyer in vibrant colors. Neha ran her hand along the banister, its polished wood cool beneath her touch. Such craftsmanship. This house was worth every rupee, every sacrifice, even if the heating system was ancient and the plumbing grumbled. Minor issues, she told herself. Fixable issues. That night, curled up in her turret room, Neha heard it. A soft scratching from the wall, like tiny claws. Probably mice, she thought. Old houses have mice. But the scratching continued, moving along the wall, just out of sight. Neha shivered, pulling her blanket tighter. It was probably nothing, just the house settling. The electrician's bill was the first shock. "Faulty wiring," he mumbled. "Needs rewiring, whole house." Neha stared at the number on the invoice. It was astronomical, more than she'd budgeted for renovations. But the house needed it, right? Safety first. She paid, her smile strained. Then came the plumber. "Pipes are shot," he declared, "leaking like a sieve." Another heart-stopping estimate. Neha felt a knot of unease in her stomach. This was more than settling. This felt intentional, like the house was deliberately draining her dry. But that was ridiculous. Houses couldn't do that, could they? The whispers started subtly, faint murmurs at the edge of hearing. They seemed to spiral out from the walls, the floorboards, the very foundation of the house. At first, Neha dismissed them as the wind whistling through the old chimneys. But the whispers persisted, growing louder, more insistent. They spoke of misfortune, of debts unpaid, of a darkness that consumed all. The house demanded more. New roof, crumbling foundation, endless repairs. Each invoice felt like a pound of flesh. Neha's savings, once a source of comfort, dwindled with terrifying speed. The bank called. "Just one more project," she pleaded, "then I can refinance." But the doubt was a cold hand squeezing her heart. The lights began to flicker. At first just a dimming, then a strobe-like effect that left Neha dizzy and disoriented. She called an electrician, then another and another. None could find a fault. "It's like," one stammered, "like the house itself is hungry." He left quickly, spooked. Neha stared at the bulb, its filament glowing ominously bright, then plunging her back into darkness. Sleep offered no escape. The whispers intensified, morphing into guttural pronouncements that echoed through her dreams. She saw shadowy figures flitting at the edge of her vision, their eyes glowing with a malevolent light. The house was no longer just taking her money, it was claiming her sanity as well. The bank foreclosed. Standing on the sidewalk, a cardboard box of belongings at her feet, Neha watched as a new family pulled up. A young couple, their faces aglow with the same excitement she once felt. Mrs. Sharma, her face etched with pity, squeezed Neha's hand. "Warn them," she whispered. "Tell them about—" But Neha knew it was pointless. The house had already woven its spell, promised them their dreams, just as it had hers. And they, blinded by desire, would ignore the whispers, the flickering lights, the ever-growing stack of bills. Until, like her, they too realized the terrible truth. Some houses are built not of bricks and mortar, but of broken dreams and devoured futures. Have you ever encountered a money trap, a situation that seemed too good to be true? Share your story, warn others, don't let the house win.